How's it going, everyone? We have quite a few people in chat. Grumpy with the 10 gifted. Thank you for that. Lem, God King, Robert, Tim. Yeah, everyone's early. I'm a little bit behind today. Yeah, let me just pull up the stats and all the new stuff, and I'll get the correct OBS screen up. Just give me a second. Okay. Doing good. It's been a busy day so far. Got a new baby gate set up, so that was part of the delay. Okay. Let's go to the right screen here. No webcam today. It's not plugged in, and I don't want to deal with the lights right now. Let's see what other things are in chat. Again, Grumpy, thank you for that. Ken, so we can get the best seats, hopefully. Florian, Grumpy. Do I think that Spencer will admit that he fell in love with the Trafalgar? Terrible, Yan. Cooper, how's it going? Darthon? Sora? Skylar, how's it going? Do we have the bridge officer layout of the Voth bulwark already? All we know is that it's a Commander Merrick worker. That is all that's known, because when it was leaked on stream a couple months ago, it had a universal console slot. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy to see that it's a free ship. Can you make a Voth alt with the alien? Probably. Family's doing good. They're out at some garage sales right now and just messing around, so they needed me to move some furniture around and get a new baby gate set up, so I had to get that hooked up into the wall and all that. Of course, had the screws a bit too low, so a few extra holes in the wall there. Michael, how's it going? Micro? Jay? The worst thing about the Voth is that they exist. Terrible. Intriguing, how's it going? Sam? It's a good looking ship, yeah. The art team is awesome. That's toxic, Tim. So toxic. Ramsman, how's it going? Didn't they show the trait later in that stream? Yes. Not every... Oh... Behold the magnificent STO knower. Oh no. I'm pretty sure, so let me pull this up. I have the trait here on a video. Let me pull it up while we look at the while you guys look at the picture there. I've got it somewhere in the library of news videos. Can you guys believe that there's a lot of news videos on the channel? It's one of them where I leaked multiple ships. So this would have been early July, I think. Because we've known about this ship for ages. I remember I had a video that was like here's 3 upcoming ships. By the way, this more ship bugs thing, I need to talk about that some more in another video, because that's still very much an issue. Okay, here it is. I was a month off. When I DM'd you this morning, what was I referring to? You'd want to build help. So if you can send me pictures of your build ahead of time, that'd be helpful. Urs, you got your Discovery season. Nice. Do I think the Voth Dread is 5-3? Yes, it is. Like, it's right in that picture, it's 5-3 with a hangar bay. So it's a Miracle Worker Dreadnought. Alan, how's it going? For the trait, while this trait is slotted, when you receive a whole heal, you receive a buff. The next attacker that damages you will receive damage equal to the same amount as the whole heal that granted the buff. So that's basically going to be for like bridge officer heals. So if you're someone who for some reason is using bridge officer heals, then this is a trait that would let you extract some damage from that. Grumpy, thank you for the follow. 5-3 Isomag machine with hangar bay for free. Yeah, I have high hopes for this ship. Thank you, Sora. Yeah, I'm gonna be busy like after this stream. Today is just a busy day for me. Just helping again reorganize stuff around the house. So this stream is, you know, on top of being late, it is also going to be on the shorter side, unfortunately. My cutoff, I'll tell you guys right now, is going to be at like 4 p.m. Central, so like an hour and a half from now. But yeah, the Voth ship is confirmed, and on top of that, you know, that's going to be the next part of the event campaign on PC starting up this Tuesday, running until September 23rd. So the place is, I mean, the place has been baby proof for a while, but just got other things to move around. Like they just picked up a new bed for the niece, so just moving everything. I'm excited. I just hope it doesn't have too much engineering. Yeah. But I don't use bridge officer heals. I mean, not many people do anymore. They're very underpowered. We need some SAB merch, maybe a tracksuit with "oh no" on the shirt and "terrible" on the butt of the pants. Yeah, that'd be cool. Mox. Act, I am thinking of doing a video going over some things that I'd like to see unlocked. My sister's a terrible person, Muak, so I basically have no faith in her. Casual news, terrible. Yeah, so Voth ship confirmed. And on top of that, for other news on PC, we do have a 35% bundle sale live until Monday. You know, again, the Trafalgar is going to be dropping on Tuesday alongside the Voth event. There's a bonus mark event live for everyone right now. The console just got the Timeless Legacy bundle, which is not a great bundle. It's really just if you're interested in the visuals, the visuals of it all. Then console also has a 20% Zen sale. And for PC players, we might get a Zen sale early September. I was looking at this recently. Let me pull this up. So when I was looking here, if I go back to like September of last year in the news channel of the builds Discord, there's a lot of news. Just give me a minute. But back around Star Trek Day last year, they did some Zen sales, so I wonder if we might see that again this year. It would have been really smart for them to have done the Zen sales alongside the bundle sales that they did, but it is what it is. Yeah, so last September, scheduling was a little bit different, but there was a Zen sale mid-September last year on PC. Not guaranteed that will happen again this year, but it's possible. Yeah, the crate build guide. Yeah, I know. A lot of people are looking forward to that. The T5 version of this was a beast of a tank back in the day, yeah. Yeah, Z. I mean, if it's like Merc Worker Intel, that'll be like amazing. The T5 ship box mic, basically nothing in there's worth anything, so just pick a random ship. Do I still play warships once in a while? I probably will for the anniversary event, which I think is coming up soon, just to get all the steel from that, but I stopped playing warships when I realized that the only thing that was keeping me going in it was just, like, the only reason I was playing it still was just to get the daily boxes. And it was just like, I'm not gonna waste a portion of my day every day just doing that. Terrible can goes live this Wednesday. Isn't the hold on here? I gotta look something up. STO wiki. So with the Voth ships, so the console that we're getting on this is an improved version of the Ward repair ship, which is basically a self-res console. So there'll be some passives added to it. But the set bonus here, you can use the 3-piece of the Voth console set to add a cloak to any ship, a battle cloak. So with them unlocking the consoles from the Voth ships, that, for anyone that wants to be able to put a battle cloak on any ship, I mean, that's an option. I couldn't give away a tier 5. They are so obsolete, yeah. There's so many people that have so many of those T5 boxes. Like, people get them and they're excited, and you just got to be blunt about it. It's like it literally has no value, basically in the current state. Dread Merc Worker Command versus Flight Deck Command Merc Worker. Yeah, just the Admiralty cards, yeah. So long as the secondary command would be Lieutenant Commander, I'd be fine with it. T5s are for skins and themes, yep. Brad, how's it going? I'm gonna head in game and get my endeavors done. Yeah. That's how it goes for a lot of people. A very brief moment of being very excited, and then it all just crashing down on you. Unique bridges, that's true. I guess there is some technical value there. Yeah, H2O pretty much, from what I recall. Yeah, so Brad and anyone else that's just tuning in, the 5th part of the event campaign is the Voth Invictus event, and it's been confirmed that the prize from that is the Voth Stronghold Merc Worker Dreadnought Cruiser, which we saw leaked a couple months ago on a stream. So a free 5/3 Merc Worker Dreadnought Cruiser. The question is, what is the secondary specialization? And for that, we'll have to wait until next week. Storm the Spire, I think, into the breach, and then you can just do like a small portion of the Voth battle zone, and that, like, any of those would work. Yeah, Tam, it should, yeah. Uh, LOC, a lot of trouble. No, the easiest way. Now, I mentioned this in a video, and I can't believe I got flack for it, but I said what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have a character. I'm gonna park over at the Voth battle zone and just do one little part of that each day. I mentioned that in a video, and I got feedback saying I shouldn't tell people how to play, basically. It's like, what? I can't give people advice on what the quickest way is to get the event done now. Yeah, Voth zone is very quick because you just have to do one of the little zones on the map. You like Into the Breach? Yeah. Yeah, the most efficient, the meta way to do this is to park a character at the Voth ground battle zone. Oh no. We're gonna test my new Crossfield Science Spearhead refed. I just got her to T6X thanks to the red alert. Yeah, we'll probably do a TFO here shortly. Actually, it looks like storming the Spire is the universal endeavor, and I have an endeavor here to destroy Voth ships. So let me beam up to space, and we're gonna do public queue just to get a bunch of people queuing up into this, so that we can get the endeavor done. Okay. So, Urs and everyone else that wants to participate, we're going to do a Storming the Spire TFO public queue because this is the universal endeavor and I want a bunch of people to get into it. So, Storming the Spire. I mean, we could just do Elite. Elite Storming. Oh, hold on, you're loading in. It already popped. Urs, we'll get you in on the next one then. You hate that queue? Yeah. I hate most TFOs. I find the majority of TFOs to be very, very boring. Like, after you've done them, like, one or two times, and especially the time-gated ones, it's like, okay, now I just get to sit here for the next 5 minutes. Screw the meta. The thing is, too, with meta is, like, there's a different meta for everything. Like, I've got a write-up for something I'm working on that talks about meta. And it's going over the complaints that happen whenever meta is brought up in discussion. Because it's funny, just saying that word upsets people so much. Like, the thing is, like, the meta is basically just going over what is the optimal setup, you know, for the build, the playstyle you're doing, and the content you're playing. That's going to be different depending on the content, depending on the playstyle. You know, but people that are complaining about meta aren't getting that deep into it. Rather, the complaints they tend to have are more focused on the fact that the game is so damage focused. And, you know, I don't know what to tell people there. That's just how the game is. Like, don't hate the players for playing the game. You know, that's the way the game is designed. You can't talk your way out of, you know, any of these TFOs. You can't negotiate. You can't just heal through them. Like, the only way to get through this is literally to do damage. If you don't do damage, you fail. You get no reward. Well, you get like 10 pity marks, but, you know, you're not getting the reward that you're going in there for. Like, you just cannot play the game at endgame without doing damage. The game is designed to revolve entirely around that. And people get really mad at people that will then lean into that and give people advice on how to be more efficient at that, because they're frustrated at it. Waldo? You know, for instance, there is, you know, actually, like, you know, for Fire at Will, you know, there's a Fire at Will meta. That's different than the meta for Cannon Scatter Volley. Like, just everything has its own optimal way to be set up. Like, if you want to set up a healer, guess what? There'd be a like a meta setup for that. And it's just it's really just the most optimal, most effective way to set that sort of build out. That's all it is. Jolly guide to TFOs, please. Oh, people would love that. Yeah, people get mad about the damage stuff, but then also, yeah, when there is actually objectives to be done, they don't like that either. Yes, the Epic creator codes work across all of the Epic Game Store. And by the way, I think I just saw the 20% Epic rewards was extended, I think, until early next year. So for those of us that have access to buy Zen through the Epic Game Store, we're going to have a few more good opportunities to get some really cheap Zen before the end of the year. I need to change the keybind that's like Shift G, because my keybinds are a bit weird. I keep opening the fleet window on accident. I mean, I'm not noticing any server performance issues, but I don't have NetGraph on, I don't have show FPS, so let's turn combat log on. You started doing Endeavor missions? Yeah, I was having a conversation about Endeavors with Mara yesterday. You know, the Endeavor system, it's meant to be a retention system, but at this point, I really feel like it's doing more harm for the game than good. Like, I just feel like it's been implemented in a way where it just demotivates people to actually stick with the game. You know, because people come in and they see, oh, this system takes 5 to 6 years to complete. Is this game worth... You know, once they get to the end game, once they get to the point where they're working on reputations, a lot of people are going to sit there and think, do I really want to commit to this, you know, doing this daily for the next 5 to 6 years, you know, just playing this same batch of TFOs over and over again? Dan, thank you for the bits, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of various issues with the system. We gotta protect our troop transports, okay. Looks like we are. Good, good, good. Yeah, I mean, we're in desperate need of, like, a really good dilithium sink, and it's just, like, the Endeavor system is right there. New alien species having 6 to 8 episodes of 2 TFOs, and I don't know if we're gonna see many more like major fleet expansions in the near term. I feel like that's one area of the game where losing people certainly has not helped. Like that, there's certain people on the where that had been on the dev team that were very knowledgeable about those systems, and I'm not sure how how easily it would be for Deca to achieve some additions there. Retention tip, listen to the player base, yeah. I mean, they're starting to, right? Like, communication under Deca has massively improved compared to what we saw, you know, like under Cryptic so far. Like, the Discord seems to actually be working really well for that. There's more dev engagement right now, it feels like. So it just, in general, like, communication's finally starting to happen. I need to turn my game volume down. It's too loud. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, endeavors are supposed to be for retention. Yeah. They need to just get rid of that idea. Like, I understand that they're, like, super focused on using those as a way to retain players, but I'm telling you, like, many of you know this, like, it is not retaining as many people as it could. You know, I think the system needs to be buffed up, or there needs to be a way to buff it up to a point where you can obtain at least one Endeavor token or Endeavor perk point per day. I think that would be a good start. Some sort of way for people to catch up. Like, if they're worried about people getting to the finish line too soon, I mean, it's a system that they can just keep expanding. Like, find new stats to buff up. Just keep expanding it. There needs to be, like, Endeavor events going on. There's a lot of things I like to see done with the game. Um, 6, I recently reported something, and I've seen on the report I put in, the ticket, that they've got it marked as solved, but I haven't verified if they've like, actually resolved the issue. I haven't went in and tested yet, but that exploit, if they I'm not going to say what it is, but there's a way that they should be able to track anyone that ever did it, and if they could do that, if they put the time in and, like, found those accounts and banned them, I think they could wipe out a not like the entire backlog, but I think they could knock out a good chunk of it. Potentially hot take, but there is for sure a balance to be had. Listening to the player base isn't a god fix, because as we know, there are some great people and some utter morons playing the game. Wow, that's toxic logical. Yeah, I mean, STO's endgame is basically you log in, you get your daily done, you know, you spend, most people spend about 10-15 minutes in the game each day, you know, for their dailies. Oh, what got me? Oh, reflection. They get their dailies done, and then they just, you know, that's it. They got their stuff done for the day. Yeah, blood money, but you know, that eventually could be fixed, so it's still recommended you don't go out of your way to buy that bundle just for that broken mechanic. Gave up on the Dill Exchange. We get so many free ships every year now. Why try to buy one? If the system, like, that really should be, like, a really high priority for them, getting that resolved, because, you know, look, I understand the deluxe being a thing does mean that, or with the backlog being a thing, does mean that there's potentially more incentive for people to just go out and buy Zen, but I think just having it more accessible is just better for the game. Like, I just think that results in there being more player engagement, and more player engagement in general means more revenue. Bridger, how's it going? Yeah, Cheops. Remember when queues took 20 minutes to an hour to pop? Yeah, before the random system. Yeah. I don't know if I can get there fast enough. Not gonna get there. There hasn't really been any additional comments on Hellbore. Is the Anorax trait still good for science builds? That's like 10% Cat 1, isn't it, per stack? I mean, it's not as impressive in the current state of the trait lineup. We didn't get all the Omega shuttles. Is there no more spawning in? Mia, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, Cheops, we are at that point. That's good advice to be putting out there. Like, if you want to have Zen ready for Black Friday, you should get your order posted sooner rather than later. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this TFO. I wouldn't want to do this daily for the event that's upcoming. Again, I think the best way to go about it's going to be just to park a character over at the Voth ground battle zone. Especially if you can grab like the transporter point. Like, you don't have to help get the entire map. You just have to help cap like one little section of the map. Isn't Black Friday still 3 months away? Yeah, but Master Chief, the point is that with how the Deluxe is progressing, we're already at like a 2 month delay for year's end to go through, and it's just going to keep going up. So those ones got through. Wow, I'm slacking on the damage. There we go. Nice, Urs. Yeah. I'd say if you don't have your order in by mid-September, it probably won't go through by Black Friday. Yes, indeed. My bundles video from April of last year is still pretty much relevant. The only addition to that is the Heritage bundle. Triangle Armada incoming. I appreciate it, Dan. Logical. The good thing is that they're open to taking feedback, and I know that Borticus has seen some of the feedback, so we'll see what happens. But remember, it's a holiday weekend, right? So they may not get changes done in time. Dan, thank you for all the bits. As someone who doesn't have Uncon, is it better to run isomags and tac consoles? Yeah, basically. The non-Uncon setup is basically just the isomag setups from a couple years ago. Drac, I mean, yeah, that's certainly a good idea. Dan just has a fetish for triangles. Terrible. Okay, let me start up a parser too. That would help, wouldn't it? Yeah. Just give me a moment here. An experimental weapon slot on Juggernaut instead of a Juggernaut array, the experimental weapon would do so much more. The Juggernaut arrays generally are not that great. Your poor strike is underpowered. Terrible. Okay, I know that there's a few people that want to specifically get in and get parsed, so I'm going to invite here for this one, do private. So I know Sora, you want in. Urs, you want in. We'll do an infected here so people can get a parse. In fact, I'm going to swap characters. My support's just completely out of date, but it's also not set up for left rights. Yeah, let's do a Waldo, you want an HSC parse? Okay. Well, I'm looking at an Elegoo. What's I've already forgot the name of it. Elegoo Centauri Carbon. Um, yeah. So, what are the bits going to help towards? Looking into potentially picking up one of these. The base models like $300. Want to get a like a good 3D printer. Loading. The exploit that I reported could have had a very significant impact, but I don't know what the resolution to that's going to be. Yeah, my support's garbage. Like this is a garbage support for this type of environment. Like, do not copy this build. Like this is an out of date support build, and it was set up for like explicitly split runs, and even then, this is like a 2-year-old build, so it's super out of date. But yeah, let me get invites out here. So Sora, Urs, you said you want in. Urs, is that your at handle? Urs 4? Why can't I type into this window? Yeah, sure. Yeah, Phil, that'd be great because my support is absolute garbage. I'm bringing in type 7s. I don't have you on my friends list, Phil. Or my blanking on your at handle. There you are. No, it's perfect. Look at them gen characters. I know the Bamboo Lab 3D printers are really good, but like a P1S is twice that price. Need a new support build from me? Yeah. There's a lot of build videos I need to do. Um, Urs, let me get you in here. And who else did we want for this run here? No, it's perfect. My support's it's terrible, Cheops. I never needed to do support like when we were doing runs. Like Waldo, I'll bring you in because I know you want some parses too. Why am I just not finding anyone's names today? Waldo. We are all tactical. Terrible. Is everyone good to go? Mark to Chief, that happens a lot. Yeah, engage. Yeah, okay. Or left engage. Yeah, I'll do starting right then. Okay. Here we go. Wait, Waldo, are you ready? Arc Royal support EPG torpedo DPS tank. I mean, the Arc Rail is what I should be in for left right, but I had this optimized for split runs, which don't need uncon. And even that, if I had to bring this in, there was something when the team was doing runs RNG. When we were doing runs, if I had to bring this in, there was something like wrong with what was going on, because I normally would be on like a secondary DPS role. Captain Wallace, how's it going? Who are we buffing? Let's buff up Sora on this one, and then Waldo for the HS. Yeah, so modern supports, it's basically Arc Rail. Arc Rail, feed, buffed up fleet power to the target, and yeah, so buff up Lucifer. Emperor, thank you for the follow. Bureaucrats. I don't even remember where stuff is on my tray here. I activated that too early. I don't have an Oxbat on. Lovely. Where's my grab well? I'm already just botting out here. That was way too late. I haven't done this in such a long time. No Ox, no Credence, nothing. No, it's bad. Yeah. A little bit laggy too right now. Been so long since I've done this. I also have completely forgotten to give friendship stacks. Or hit my, oh, no, my Voven stuff set up here. Rip. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not set up for this. I'm not used to buffing beyond 30 seconds with the setup. That was terrible for me. Another day, rubber. Nightwolf, yeah, it was right at the start of the stream. Basically, It's been confirmed that the T5 or the fifth part of the event campaign is giving us a tier 6 version of the Voth Dread. And we know the stats of that is that it's a 5/3 Merc Worker Dread with a hangar bay. So that's the information we have right now. Yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, congrats, Sora. Parse wise, let's see here. So yeah, Sora, you got over a million there. Good bit of damage. You had some downtime on your CSV, unfortunately. That's just the server being the server. Yeah, so you had a CSV misfire at some point. Waldo, you're doing the Darien things. Urs, your Quajon Assault Craft did 4.9k for you there. Yeah, so it should be Merc Worker, yeah. What are my thoughts on the Credence console? The Credence console is really great. When is this event starting? Tuesday. Muak, I don't follow what Hicks says on Twitter. Is it true the Proxima can go in full reverse in sector space? I have no idea. Now, planning out like that is always good. Can we get a terrible? Terrible. Yeah, let's go right into a hive, and we'll buff up Waldo on this one. Sora wants out, so we have room for someone else. Does someone else want into this hive? Yeah, but the Credence console, it's good. I just don't like the 2-second activation time it has. That is really disruptive, but it's a really good console. Need a tank? Probably not a bad idea. Does anyone want to join for this Hive Space Elite that we're parsing? Again, please do not even attempt to copy the support build that I'm currently in. It is complete garbage, and it was designed 2 years ago explicitly for like really fast burst runs that were like under 30 seconds. Chrono, you want in? Okay. There we go. Oh, you're fine. Phil, is that the same character or did you swap it in? See. Okay, same character. Is everyone good to go? Nightwolf, thanks for stopping by. No, Darthon, I'm gonna call you Chrono from now on. Okay. Into the hive we go. Hive Onslaught. Yeah, hopefully we see it still come with that 180-degree torpedo. Yeah. It's not a great torpedo, but the Voth Chronoton torp was always a bit interesting. Dark Eddy? Just saw your message. It's going good. Would like to see a new support tank from you. I mean, some more support builds would be good. The issue I've generally had with doing some support content recently, and I know that support builds are still really useful for a lot of people. It's just that, like, as you get to the higher performance levels, we're at a point now where we're able to stack up so much damage and survivability on builds. Like, we can solo clear. Like, this map here can be solo cleared in an escort with no deaths. In fact, I've even done that with, like, the Terran Eagle pilot raider. Like, that's a ship that shouldn't be able to go in and solo Hive, but because of how the current power creep is, I forgot to hit that early. Oh well. You're in a jelly, it doesn't matter.
Did you think you had destroyed me?
I hit that in the wrong order. I did not mean to hit that. I'm just gonna just face roll all the abilities. Waldo, I think you're gonna get line of sighted. Yeah, you're gonna get. You're not deep enough in. Worked out. I'm a terrible support player. The first step is admitting it.
Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
H2O, thank you for the resub. I greatly appreciate it. There we go. Waldo, I've got you at 1.227 mil. Congrats. I don't know if that's a record for you. Let's upload and find out. Oscar's taking a moment there. Yeah, looks like it was. Congrats. Urs, I have your crossfield refit doing 276.59 DPS. Your phaser arrays had 18 total hits. 16 of them were to a Borg cube, and the other 2 were to the Borg Queen. Does anyone know how often the tier list on STO Better are updated? I don't know how often they're updating that stuff. Is there a cap on joining the giveaway? You want me to start up another giveaway? Yeah, I can do that. Just got to get to the right spot here. Another 2 weeks, you said? 14 days. You said 2? So, is this traits, ships? What do you want to do here, Sora? Is there a faster way of turning Dill ore into refined? Play more characters, Jason. if you play just one character and purely grind lithium on one character, you're going to just run into that bottleneck of the 8k a day. You can refine 500 extra at the dill mine each day, the fleet dill mine. And if you're a veteran member or lifetime, you can do an extra 1,000 every other day. So basically taking it up to 9k. But yeah, like if you want to increase your refinement, you have to play multiple characters. That's just how it works. Okay. Okay. There we go. Great limit error. That's a weird one. Okay, let's go back to the deeps. I have 17 characters doing dilithium. It takes a lot. It's a lot and takes forever. Jason, that is an exclusive thing to the Triple test server. The dilithium salvage energy credit box, I think I know what you're talking about. That's from the console over on Drozana on the Triple test server, and it's just for helping you test things. You get resources over there. So if you need to like quickly build a fleet out, you can do that to test. What do I want to bring in here? Did I think I might have set the Resolute up here. What are my thoughts on the Trafalgar? It made me chuckle watching your stats review. You sounded very fed up in your tone. Sorry, I missed your question about that before. I'm really not impressed with the ship, and I think the art team is cooking. I just am not. I'm not as impressed with the stats of some recent releases. I think that's the nicest way to put it is I just don't understand some of the things, some of the decisions. Like it feels like okay, you're putting in like if you're gonna go pilot on the Trafalgar, just lean all the way into it. Just make it a fun ship. Make it, make it fun. Give it a commander pilot. Give us something else to use the Eagle console on. Like if you're gonna go there, don't just go halfway. Just go all the way. Do something different. Like if they want to shake the meta up, like they need to do like some bold new things. Like I don't know, just the Trafalgar as is just. I said in that video and on the stream that if I wasn't a content creator, I wouldn't buy the ship as is, as was presented on that stream, because like that doesn't shake the meta up. And I understand why a lot of people were very concerned hearing that statement from the devs that it was that they were hoping it was going to shake the meta up, because it's cooldown reduction. Who the hell cares? It is in general like frustrating. I try to, I'm not being toxic about it, but it just, I think from the player side, we need to get more information out there about like what the current meta is to help them understand, like if that's something that they want to actually try to make some additions here and there for, then having some better up-to-date information out there for what the current metas are would be useful. Because if they're under the impression that Bridge Officer cooldown reduction is going to shake up the meta, then that's just really, really out of touch with what we view from the player side. I think that's the most diplomatic way to put that. Jason, it's exclusive to the Tribble test server, which is also PC exclusive. It also isn't maintained much anymore. If it was on an event ship, it'd be a great console. I mean, not even. We were like, Mara did the math on it. Mara did the math on it. I had a chat with Mara about it, and Mara's pointed out, like even if you could hit it every 15 seconds, it wouldn't be good enough. Even if you could hit the console every 15 seconds, it would not be good enough to become like a Boimler replacement. Because the way the console off the Trafalgar works, you hit it and that's the cooldown reduction right there. So if they wanted it to be cooldown reduction, it would need to be like an overtime thing, like a really strong photonic officer type thing for a short duration. But the way it's currently implemented, no. It's on a 2-minute cooldown, yeah. So even if it was 15 seconds, it would not be good enough, is what Mara basically came to the conclusion of. Stuka, yes. If you X or X2 a ship, that upgrade will carry over to your other character, and that does apply to fleet ships. Fleet ships, lockbox ships, whatever. Okay. I am on the worst tier 6 ship, as some people would say. This is the Fleet Advanced Heavy Cruiser, the Resolute. I have a single cannon set up on it, and we're going to go into some content and just see what happens. I'm going to start off here with a public queue of Infected the Conduit Elite, the best TFO. Not the Samsar. I tried the Samsar, but I was, I heard the Resolute's worse because 3 engineering seats. Not like a general one. There's a lot of stuff like that I want to cover though. Because they've already sold the old thing, so if they want to make money, they need to make a new thing. That's true, Drakron. If it was always on, would it be good enough? I mean, the passive on the console, like if that passive was up all the time, that would help. On DPS builds, we already get close to that because of the Credence console. So if they did make it so it was up all the time, that would just be bringing the no weapon power cost to those not wanting to do like Uncon. Yes, in general, single cannons with. Oh, why did I meant. I'm just gonna facepalm right there. No further comment. I just completely screwed myself out of my own credence. I meant to hit my battery. If I can move. My CSV misfired. This is lagging bad. The Amari, it's an okay little ship. It's nothing that special nowadays. I mean, if you like it, it works. Look at the delay for the spheres to come in. I've so screwed this run up with my ability timing. Getting some rubber band here. I hope that they're continuing to work on the server issues and didn't take that like 1 week of decent performance and be like, oh, we solved it. Because the issues are still present. Yeah, this is horrible for me. I completely botched this run with my ability timings. There we go. Still 1164. I completely botched that though.
Sensors confirm that the transport conduit.
That's single cannons, right? Has anyone had trouble playing Operation Wolf TFO on console? Game crashed twice and I've gotten a lever penalty both times. I haven't heard others mention that so far. I just am not playing well today. I wish single cannons used the array hardpoints. You guys mentioned the Samsar, so I'll pull that out. I think on the Samsar I had turrets. Yes. All the turrets. Wrong. Yeah, just a moment here. I mean, it's just literally the crate setup. It's just the crate setup on the Samsar. And I guess now the commander, I could do the Launch Federation mission scout ships. Those did get buffed up recently, so that's a little bit better. You want to see the Devar? I don't have a build on the Devar. It was a ship it was never worth building, like building out. Like it just released at an awkward time. I forgot to I don't think I had them on in there. What did they do? It's not the right parse. Is it? Wait, did I have Hellbore on? Oh no, I had Hellbore on. Oh no. I had Hellbore on the Resolute there. It did 1.56. Oh no. Yeah, but what did those pets do? 358 down there. Yeah, it looks like they did 358 DPS. Do I have Hellbore on the Samsar? No, I don't. Okay. I'm going to go into a Hive Onslaught Elite public queue. If you want to join, it's just public queue. How good is Agent Nerul Isle? It's pretty good. Is it going to be the thing that saves you? Probably not, but if I recall, it's like I want to say, like, normally I'd get somewhere around 700 to 1,000 healing per second from it. Like, I haven't run it too much frequently. But, it's nice to have. And if you're going for the Delta pack, there is other value. Like, if you don't have the Guardian, the Guardian, you know, has a console that's really popular right now for the crate builds. If you have Romulan captains, the bridge officers from that are, like, best in slot for Romulans. At least for the attack and Inge ones. What chip am I using? I am using the CasualSAB. This is a very old event ship, and it is often considered one of the worst tier 6 ships in the game. Yeah. Hazard. Yeah, I mean, there is no, like, the thing with the current meta is that everything can be viable. It's really about how bad the setup of the ship is, like, how much it's going to make you work for it.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
Who's left? Oh, this isn't single cannons, this is turrets.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy
Oh, why'd I hit that there? Doesn't matter.
will claim another.
Doesn't matter that I didn't. CSV misfired. Disappointing. No Hellbore on that one, but hey, look at that. 1.33 million out of the Kabali Samsar with a turret setup. With a turret setup. But yeah, there's a few misfires in there.
Resistance is
So weapon-wise, this is Pavin Omni, the plasmatic biomatter auto turret from the Lobby store, then 6 of the ultimate plasma turrets. Yeah. Watts, how's it going? So the crate build, here's a secret. I know I'm really behind on the build video, but it is basically the same as the build video I did last December, just with the ISO replaced by a few other consoles. Some guy barely getting 100k out of an angle just threw his PC out the window. If you've already got everything else marked to Chief, the Delta Operations Pack, like, that is still like a bundle that is still popular for like min-maxers. It's a very niche pack for sure, but like, if you're min-maxing stuff, you've already got everything else, like, and if you don't have those ships, then sure. How long did I practice the positioning on the gate cube? You know, Phil, there was a lot of runs. A lot. I practicing like there was a couple weeks where it was literally just spamming those like solo ISC runs when I was playing Stowe. Like that's all I did in Stowe for a couple weeks was basically those solo runs, just getting the timings down. It's only practice because 99 out of 100 runs are broken. Damn. That's true. That is completely accurate though. Bundle breakdown video, or not breakdown, but like top 5 best bundles video out here for this sale. And it just isn't going to happen this weekend in time for this specific sale. But it's basically the same as my April video of last year. Like the best bundles are going to be like Legendary Battlecruiser, Heritage, Legendary Romulan. That's still really good. First Strike is still really good. And then the anniversary bundles. And one that a lot of people tend to forget. The Mirror Universe bundle with the Legendary Galax. That's $39 with the sale. Like that's one of the cheapest bundles you can get. And like that's really good. Like that's a really solid ship. It's like Commander, what is it? Legendary. Yeah, the Legendary Galax, the trying to sell galaxy with the lance on it, which I know not everyone's a fan of the visuals of, but I mean, you've got options with it nowadays. Yeah, it's Intel Command. So you've got a Commander Inge with Intel, Lieutenant Commander Universal with Command, Lieutenant Commander TAC, Lieutenant Science, Ensign Uni. Like, that's a solid little platform. It does have the downside that if you want to do a Gravwell, you lose access to Suppression Barrage 1 or Concentrate Firepower 3. But, you know, regardless, it's legitimately a really good ship. It's held up very well. $39, like, if you're on a budget and you're looking for a really solid bundle to pick up at a lower price point, that Mirror Universe bundle, that's, you know, again, 3,900 Zen. There isn't enough time left in this stream for me to do that, because I'm going to be, as I said earlier, my cutoff today is 4 p.m. and it is 3:48. So there's about 10 minutes left of this stream. We all know what the build will be, Plasma CSV. Yeah, the 12th bundle is really good. See, I'm glad to have helped. Yeah, the legendary, the anniversary bundles are also generally really strong offerings. The 12th and 13th are really good. The 14th bundle, as mediocre as the Tal Shiar ship there is, like I know a bunch of people that have picked this bundle up and been satisfied with it. And even if you want to go for the 15th, it's not as strong of an offering as the other bundles, but I mean, it's like if you want to go for the full thing, if you want the Theseus unlocked, I mean, it's perfectly fine. It's the ship you use, yeah. It's good. The current sale is 35%. The captain bundles are the worst deals though out of all these bundles. Even with the sale, they're just too overpriced. One ship for $78. And most of these ships are just not that good. Stingo, how's it going? Jemadar is cheaper, yeah. Terrible logical. And for the Captain Picard bundle, a reminder that the Tommy gun from that is able to be reclaimed in the items and then promotion unlock items over here. That is reclaimable now, so. Jeff, not too much. Where's the Spencer cam? Not even plugged in right now. Assault Formation Theta or Delta Pack? I mean, Phil, to be honest, I'd probably go Delta. I mean, Theta's, Theta's a nice, but that's more of a Torp thing, and Theta's nice for Torps and EPG, and that's not really the current flavor. I'd go Delta, because if you're min-maxing to the extent that you are, like, you're going to get the Guardian console from that, the particle conversion matrix. That's really good right now on the Uncon builds. You're going to get your beta healed off, the shield distribution officer, Agent Nerul or Agent Isle. You already got the Guardian. And you're going to get the really nice, if I can go to the right window here, the really nice bridge officers that pack has. So there's one that has Superior Romulan Operative and Superior Subterfuge, which I guess you can get nowadays without that pack with an Elite Captain token. But it does have a unique one here that has Superior Infiltrator and Superior Romulan Operative on the same bridge officer. The Delta pack is the only way to get that if you're min-maxing your Romulan. Very niche case, not for everyone. They both have the same console. The original Guardian's cheaper though, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get my other endeavors done quick, and then that's going to be it for the stream here today. Was the Mir one available for 3000 Zen? It's been a while. Ponder, I am proud of all of you. Well, most of you. There's a few here I can't say that to. Looking at Nick Bliss right there. He's fallen for Star Citizen. Can't be proud of that. I am proud of Nick for finally getting an AMD system. His Intel system has been giving him issues for a while. And look, not everything Intel makes is bad. I have Intel systems. I've got two of them literally running right next to me right now. An old an old X99 system, and then I happen to have an Arrow Lake system running right now as well. I like the Intel GPUs. I like a lot of their products, but their 13th and 14th gens were just truly terrible. Dan, thank you for the bits. Mia, I do not know if it's been fully fixed yet. The Battlefield 6 beta ended a week or two back, yeah. I got Battlefield 6 with the Intel GPU that I just bought, so I'm not going to try it out live on stream, Warpcore. I do miss the experience, yes. I do miss the Battlefield experience.
Spin the wheel and win.
Yes, I bought an Arc B580 and Newegg messed up, so they thankfully honored it, but I got the platinum version of the game, or the Phantom, so that's the one that's cost, where that would normally cost $100, and then I also got one of the Assassin's Creed games, which I truthfully probably will not play. I've never actually played an Assassin's Creed game. But getting 2 free games with that B580, that's really nice. As for what I'm going to do with the Arc A380, I am currently thinking that I'm going to put it into my main desktop and see if I'm able to utilize that for helping with like streams or anything like that, or video encoding, and possibly for lossless scaling, because lossless scaling, if you have a secondary GPU to use that with, I've heard that that can be really good. The final thing I need to do here is pick out my Endeavor perks for like the past week. I've got 5 perk points, and I really do wish we had an option to reroll the 3 options it gives us. Dan, thank you for the super chat. So I'll go for the Engineering Bridge Officer Recharge. Let's select another. I guess Tactical. Can I get not Bridge Officer cooldown reduction? Oh, jeez. Garbage, garbage, garbage. This is one case where I'll pick the Weapon Damage Ground. Weapon Damage Beta for space. Yep, we're going with that. Armor Pen. There we go. So yeah, that was like a week worth of endeavors. Very disappointing. Sphinx, thank you for the 69 bits. I appreciate it. Pretty sure, yeah, Jeff. I've done some encoding with the Arc A380 before, so if I can get that working in this computer, I'm going to put it into a PCIe 4.0 by 4 slot, so it should work. That should be good enough. Ramsman, I have, on the topic of keyboards, I think I added you on this, but I'm going to try out Hall Effect. Gotta buff up those FFmpeg skills. Spencer Camwen, terrible. Yeah, the Hall Effect boards, it was like the choice was this or Wooting 80, and like the build quality of this is a lot better. The software of the Wooting would be better, but I'm using the QWERTY Keys keyboard right now. I really like it, and the build quality of this is looking like it's going to be amazing, and all of the stuff online for it so far looks good. But yeah, I need to head out here, so thank you to everyone for tuning into this stream. Nick, I'll have the webcam back up soon, man. Not today though. Sora, thanks. I'll take a look at it when I can, but I'm going to be stepping away from the computer now for a little bit. So thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you guys around. Again, remember, there will be a stream on Tuesday, basically when the server comes up, where I'll be testing the Atlas 2. And depending on what the buyout cost is, I may also end up trying the new Voth ship out. Okay. Thank you all for stopping by. I will see you guys around.